I think for now we'll do it in the UI thread. Let's pull this down here. Is this one gain meter? I think so. Yeah, it is. And this will be compute gain. I go back and forwards on whether I want these silly like these very basic comments to have a capital letter or not. Can't make up my mind. Let's clean up this. We don't need either of those. I don't know if we need I. We do, yeah. We don't need this or those or this. I think. I don't know if that's going to compile. Yeah, I moved all that stuff. Expected. Yep. Fair enough. Okay. We don't, yeah, that's the thing. I think yeah. That backwards jump isn't working as I'm used to in the editor. So if I'm over here and accidentally hit show me the next match, it'll jump me down to the next match. And I expect my backward jump to take me back to where I was, but that's clearly not what it's doing. I like this editor, but it has a lot of like small behavior that isn't what I expect. And it's not big enough to make me switch off it, but it's big enough that I'm kind of annoyed by it. So I guess I want to go while samples is less than gain samples. I don't know, something silly. Const int min samples, I guess. And I think, well, yeah, that's the thing. Audio index. Or I guess strictly this is like a size T. It's not a size T, although no, this like it's dumb, but whatever. Because I strictly want min samples to be based off of because I probably want it to be time-based, right? Like, I don't just want to define a minimum number of samples. Like, if we take one sample a second, which you're not getting audio if you have one sample a second, but if you take one sample a second, I don't want to be waiting 1,000 seconds, for example, because I kind of want this to be based off how many samples are per second, which we can do. We can do that. Kind of expecting to see a codec somewhere. This is the format context. Nope. Is there not an alloc? Here we go. Where are the samples? Here we go, sample rate. So I want it to be AI codec sample rate. So that's the number of samples per second. And I guess, like if we're going at 30 frames per second, I really don't want to be spending 1/30th of a second collecting these. We can spend 100th of a second. Although strictly, we're not getting samples at a rate of what? This many samples per second. Like that's not necessarily how quickly we receive and process them. That's potentially a different number. But we'll start with this. I don't even know if this will compile. Because I've never tried to do this. Undeclared identifier I. Yep, fair enough. Ooh, this is another banger song. Okay, it looks like that compiles. Interesting. I mean, fair enough, but not what I expected. Oh, yeah, I think that's fine. In fact, I think I want... What is this? I need to move this somewhere else, this print device info. Something like that. Let's go fix this gain computation. While samples are less than this, we're going to be doing a bunch of stuff. So we'll say we're basically going to be copying a lot of what we've done. This is... No, we're reading from the format, and we're reading into our packet. I think because the thing is, when we're doing this, we're locking up the thread. Although, I do want to move it off the main thread at some point. And have single writer, multiple reader, or, well, single writer, one single reader, frankly. Because then we can do that locklessly. Yeah, I kind of do want some reporting about this, though. Yeah, I guess if there's an error, I want to add to this error structure. That doesn't exist yet, but I want to add to this error list. But I think, yeah, I think that's fine. So if this is not equal to AV error end of file, actually, frankly, if it is equal to end of file, maybe I want to switch based off of it. That might actually be what I want to do. Maybe I want to go switch based off this. And I want to go case AV error end of file. Can it be un-end of filed? I doubt it. Oh yeah, that's actually a good point. We want to make sure that we can actually do work. Because if the structure's null, like if all the things are null, and hopefully it's an all or nothing, I think they should all be null or none of them should be null. At least when it comes to the contexts, the format and the codec context. What have I done now? Format has reached end of file. Deallocating, I guess. And I think we want to break from this. Because we kind of want to gain. And I think we want to do close. Probably actually needs to be this.